So I just picked up these BTR Delphi LS7 style lifters. So let's get these ready to put in my junkyard 5.3 build. All right, so let's open up this box and see what's inside here. Right on top, we have the cleaning procedure for these lifters. Pretty much it just says you can use like a parts cleaner solvent tank or use some mineral spirits. So what I have here is just some odorless mineral spirits, and what we're gonna do is take these out of the packaging and put them in a bag, soak them with some mineral spirits for a couple hours. And then I'm gonna take a little brush, I'll show you guys when I actually do it, and kind of clean them a little bit, try to get all that packing grease out. And then from there, we're gonna spin the bearings around at the bottom of the lifters and make sure it's not catching or making any weird noises before we soak them in some oil and get them ready to install. All right, so this is what the lifters look like here. We got 16 of them. You're gonna have 8 in each side. So let's get these out. I'm gonna take half of them, so 8, put them in one bag, and 8 put them in the other bag, just because I only have the quart size bags. And then we're gonna soak them in some mineral spirits for a couple hours. All right, we got our first 8 in the bag here, so let's get some mineral spirits in there. And make sure when you put them in the bag or whatever you're gonna soak them in, a plastic container or whatever, do it super gently. You don't wanna mess up the bearings or any part of the lifters because they're super expensive, especially if you get the nice ones. All right, so I only let them soak for about an hour just because I'm using a plastic bag, and the mineral spirits can sometimes like eat through plastic. I didn't wanna soak them for too long and melt any plastic onto my lifters here. So I'm just getting this ready. I'm gonna pour some oil in here. This is just the tray that the lifters came in. And now I'm gonna grab one of these bags of lifters here. I'm gonna take one out at a time, and I have this little brush here. It's like a trim brush, and just kind of go through. I'm gonna dip it in the mineral spirits a little bit so it's a little wet. We're just gonna go through, kind of clean everything here. Spin this, make sure it's not catching. This is spinning smoothly. Just use a brush that doesn't have like a lot of hair that's going to be coming off of it, because you don't want to get that stuck in your lifters. So now we can set this one. I'm going to grab a just like a blue shop towel here, spin it over, wipe it clean, and we're just going to start dropping these in here one at a time. So I'm going to repeat that on the other 15 lifters real fast. Alright, so we got them all put in there. So now I'm just going to top this off with some oil. It's okay, it's going to overflow a little bit, but we'll get it wiped up and put the lid on. Just try to get a little oil in the tops. Alright, so those should be good to go. I'm just going to wipe the edges off when it stops dripping and put the lid back on here. All right, now I'm gonna put the lid back on. A little more is probably gonna spill out, but it's okay. All right, now the lid's on. We're just gonna let that sit for a minimum of 24 hours. I'm obviously gonna fast forward that for the sake of the video, but we'll pick up after this soaks for at least 24 hours, and we're going to go through and make sure none of them are catching or anything after they're properly lubed up. There's only one of them out of the 16 that was a little questionable. It was like barely catching, so I'm just going to see how it feels after soaking it for 24 hours, and then we'll go from there. Might have to buy one replacement one, so we will see. All right, so the lifters are ready to install now. They've been soaking for about 48 hours. After 24 hours, I checked the one that was questionable and it felt fine, so I'm gonna go ahead and run it. And if I have a lifter noise or anything, I'm taking a mental note of which one it was just in case I have to take it back down. But I think it's gonna be fine. So first thing I did is I just got some oil on my fingers and run them down the lifter slots. So now I got to get the trays here and load the lifters up. So I got some new trays here. These are still coated in oil. The little dot on the side, we're running those in towards each other here. So those will click into place and these are gonna face each other. So I got the second one here and we're gonna run that one this way. So it's clicked in. You can see those two dots are lining up now. So we're gonna do the same thing for the next two. And the last one. All right, so now that we got them all loaded up here, facing each other, dots facing each other on both sides. These little notches are gonna face downwards here when you go to install them. So we just gotta get them lined up inside the slots here. Kind of have to work them a little bit to get them lined up. Sorry, the video cut out. Someone tried calling me, so I just left it where I was. So we just got these trays, and we just kind of try to work it in, press it firmly, work them down in here until it's flat, and then we're gonna get the lifter tray bolt. Got one right here. I'm gonna get that finger tight. Now we're gonna get it torqued down here. This is gonna be 106 inch-pounds. In foot-pounds, it's about 9 foot-pounds. So we're just gonna get this torqued down here. All right, so that's all torqued down to 106 inch-pounds. We're just gonna repeat the process on the other 3 trays.